888-747-9890 is our number. We are going to do something right now until 6 o'clock tonight when we wrap up this radiothon that very few times have we had a chance to do. And that is we have an anonymous angel, an anonymous donor who has come forward to this radiothon here at Akron Children's Hospital in Mahoning Valley, and they say in your last 90 minutes of your second day, any pledge that comes in, we will match twice. So we call it a triple match because whatever amount you give, we're actually going to triple. Now, if you become a mixed miracle maker right now at 888-746-9890, you give us $10 a month on your debit or credit card. Our anonymous angel is also going to give us $10 a month, but then they're going to give us an additional $10. So your $10 donation automatically turns into $30. You give us the 10 every month, and we're going to get the 20 from our donor. Make sense?
Makes sense to me.
You give us a $100 pledge right now, that becomes $300, and you just pay us the $100. So whatever you can give right now on the Northeast Ohio Adoption Services Foundation, it counts more than it ever has today. 888-746-9890. That's 888-746-9890. Let's see if we can get these phones to ring in the last 90 minutes because we're going to match all of the pledges that you make. What a gift we have at the end of day number 2 of our radiothon. Let's put this guy's checkbook to good use. I'm not sure who it is.
No, he's anonymous. Or she.
But let's have them write a big check right now. When you do that, of course, get your kids, have them dial the phone, teach them that it feels good to give, and put your money where the miracles are. And Akron Children's Hospital in Mahoning Valley, 888-746-9890. We will figure out your pledges. And if you need another reason to call, Brian, you're here with a family that knows how special this hospital truly is.
I am. I'm with Tim and Laura Elder and their daughter Elizabeth, and they've been so kind to join us this afternoon. Thank you folks so much for being with us today.
You're welcome.
And so, reading Elizabeth's bio, Elizabeth actually suffered a stroke before she was born. Is that right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that, because I don't think any of us have any experience even with anything like this.
Well, Elizabeth was adopted, and we received her when she was 4 days old. And at about 3 months, we noticed that the left eye did not open as much as the right, and that the left hand tended to be clenched very tightly. Our pediatrician said, we're going to look at it, watch it for 3 months, and by 6 months, we knew there was something wrong. So Akron Children's was the hospital that we chose to go to, because we wanted who was the best. And we needed a neurologist, and through divine intervention, we called. They had a cancellation the next day, and we were here at Akron Children's. And immediately we started occupational and physical therapy, and from that we went right into the MRI. And thank goodness we had a phenomenal neurologist who had prepared us for what she thought the problem was. And it ended up being a stroke in utero. And with modern day technology and our latest MRI, we found out that her brain damage is much more extensive than we had originally thought. But all along, my husband and I said it's unacceptable. They said she wouldn't walk, she wouldn't talk, she wouldn't know us, she wouldn't be involved in the world around her. And all along we said, no, that's not acceptable. And lo and behold, after our last MRI, her neurologist looked at us and said, you truly have a miracle on your hands, because she should be nonverbal, she should be non-ambulatory, she should be probably in a vegetative state based on what they're seeing. And I'm like, but? And she said, miracle. So she is one of our children here.
Well, and it's amazing. I mean, she came in here with you today. She's sitting here with you guys today. And this story just inspires me so much, because this is one of those things, as you said, when you came in, you were able to get in quickly here, and the doctors, had a pretty good idea of what it was right away when you came in.
Yes, and she really did an excellent job of preparing us for what she thought the outcome was.
Right.
So that when the results were read and when we were able to see it, because virtually the right side of her brain does not exist.
Right.
And at first we thought it was only from the nasal cavity to the eyebrow, but with her latest MRI this past May, we found out that with the exception of the very top of the brain and the very base of the stem of the brain, the right side is non-existent. And she also had some strokes on the left side. So this is a miracle, that she can do what she does. And we are very proud of her. She's in 7th grade. and she is a swimmer, and she plays baseball, and she twirls a flag like you would not believe, because mom's a flagline instructor, and so she comes to practice, and she can twirl just as good, as others can. Do you like to twirl?
That is amazing. So, I mean, talk a little bit about the staff here at Akron Children's Hospital, Mahoning Valley.
I'll pass that. Go ahead, honey.
I know that the people here at Akron Children's are simply amazing, and it's not just the doctors, and it's the entire staff. It's the nurses. It's the cleaning staff. It's the occupational and physical therapists. It's the people in the cafeteria.
The doggy brigade.
The doggy brigade. Every single person associated with this incredible facility really loves the kids that are here and takes care of the kids and the parents. I remember through my daughter's very first MRI, unfortunately only one parent was allowed to go up into the room with the patient, and I had to stay back in the prep room, and through the whole time the staff was constantly coming up to me and asking me, "Are you okay? Do you need anything? Is there anything we can do for you?" Now, they didn't have to do that, but they made us feel like we were the only family in the hospital at that time, and that's the feeling we always get, is they truly care. They truly love the kids that are here, and they take very good care of them. And it's an amazing place. And now that we have the Mahoning Valley campus here, we feel blessed that we have such an incredible, awesome facility to bring kids here from the Mahoning Valley who need health care.
And I mean, if you think about it for a second, the number of kids who come through this facility and the number of different challenges each one of them faced, and the way that, as you said, they were able to look at Elizabeth and say, "We think we know what's wrong. We want to obviously run tests to make sure," and immediately they started prepping the two of you to make sure that you were ready when that diagnosis came down. And again, the support staff, we hear it over from families that we've talked to today and yesterday, just about how amazing, not just the doctors, but the nurses and the support staff, how amazing they all are to work for here at Akron Children's Hospital, Mahoning Valley.
We had 2 summers where Elizabeth had to learn to walk all over again. And so we were up at the main campus, but when we had to transition to this campus, because we were in day rehab and we lived at the hospital literally at the Ronald McDonald House, the therapist came to Akron. The therapist made sure they watched her therapy sessions. They knew exactly where she was in her therapy process. So when we transitioned back home and came back to this facility, they had our plan already established, and they knew exactly where she was and where we wanted her to be. And that is just so, for parents, it's very, very, very comforting.
Absolutely. Yeah. As a parent, it's got to be taking away some of that, not all of it, but some of that fear and confusion that you have, especially initially during the initial diagnosis.
Yes.
So, again, just amazing work from these folks. If I could put you to work for just 1 second, can you read our number there at the top of the board?
Yes, please call 888-746-9890. We'll take anything. $1 will work. If you want to give us 1,000, we can triple that too. So please help the hospital.
We may make you stick around and put Laura to work.
If I may ask,
Yes.
because you talked about the early diagnosis and you refused to give up. What do you think about now when you look at your daughter?
That we truly have a blessing, and that we need as parents to foster that and to be good shepherds of the blessings that we've been given. And we truly want her to be a productive member of society. And so it's a matter of us helping her to reach those goals and to be what she can be, and to help and continue to give back, because people have been so gracious to us and have been so kind. And when we were like, I don't know how we're going to be able to do this, lo and behold, it was, something happened or someone came through, or here's something to help. And so we're truly blessed. And so we need to foster that and pass that on and help others who need that assistance.
I see Dad nodding his head with a lot of what you said. But I also noticed you took your eyes off your wife there for a second and looked at your daughter. Same thoughts? Different thoughts?
No, I agree with my wife. It's, we want Elizabeth to be as productive as we can, and we've always gone with the philosophy that no is not an option. Elizabeth will do what she needs to do. She just finds a different way to do it. She finds another way of getting around a situation, and she's one bright little cookie. I can see it in her eyes when she comes upon a problem that she can't quite maneuver yet. She's always thinking of how can I get around it? How can I get to the end result without having to do it the ABC way? She finds the PQR way, what we call the biz way.
That's an amazing family.
Absolutely.
Tremendous. Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you for having us. Anything we can do to help Akron children.
Well, you've done tremendous work because we noticed the phones have been ringing since you just
Yes, if you hadn't noticed behind you, the phone started ringing as you were speaking.
Keep calling, keep sending in those pledges. We can use all the money. We have lots of children that need our help.
You heard Laura, and this is our triple match time here at the Miracles and Promises Radiothon. What does that mean? That means for every donation that you give us right now, we have an anonymous donor who's going to double up on your donation. So let's say you give $10, they're going to give $20 as a triple match. And so every time you call, you are automatically making your donation go further. 888-746-9890, or you can text MIRACLE to 91999.
Thank you very much for sharing your story.
How about a nice round of applause for this young lady and this family right over here? Round of applause.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Thank you, Laura, for coming in and speaking with us this afternoon.
Thank you. Amazing little girl. She is our hero here at Mix 98.9.